Page 79, Exercise 3, Pronunciation. Reduced words. Part A. Listen and practice. Notice how certain words are reduced in conversation.
In order for a cafe to succeed, it needs to have good food and service.
For an airline to be successful, it has to maintain a good safety record.
Today we're just going to talk about pronunciation. So this means how can I speak or how can I say these phrases or these expressions in a way like natives, or how can I reduce the sounds when I'm speaking. So as you can see here, if we take a look at these sentences, we can see here that the bold words and the one which are crossed, these are the words that we are going to not stress. So we're just going to read them now, just read them silently, and then we are going to listen to them so you can see how can they reduce the sounds and link them together. Let's listen. Okay, as you notice that they reduce these words, so I want you to listen again and try to repeat after it. I'm gonna give you some time after each sentence so you can repeat it. Okay, I'm just gonna read them with you one more time. So let's say in order for a cafe to succeed, it needs to have good food and service. Let's say it again. In order for a cafe to succeed, it needs to have good food and service. And the second sentence, for an airline to be successful, it has to maintain a good safety record. So again, for an airline to be successful, it has to maintain a good safety record. So why don't you go ahead and practice these sentences or these clauses. So I'm gonna read them with you, and I want you to also try to practice them as many times as you can in order to get them right. So let's try to read the first one. So for a healthy club to attract new people, it has to offer the latest equipment. For a healthy club to attract new people, it has to offer the latest equipment. Then number two, in order to run a profitable restaurant, you need to hire a talented chef. In order to run a profitable restaurant, you need to hire a talented chef. And the last one, for a coffee bar to succeed, it's a good idea to offer desserts too. For a coffee bar to succeed, it's a good idea to offer desserts too. Let's move on. Here we're gonna talk about vocabulary. We here have, for different jobs, there are different requirements or different qualities to make you a candidate or a good candidate for this job. We have different jobs, and I want you to think about the different jobs that you have in your field, and try to think what are the qualities that you should have in order to succeed in this job, or in order to be at least eligible to apply for such a job. Here we have different jobs and different qualities. So let's just take a look at them very quickly, then I'm gonna read with you each one, and then after that we're gonna rank them according to its importance from 1 to 5. So if it's the most important, that you think it's the most important, we're gonna give it 1. If you think it's until 5, the least important. So let's just take some time to read them very quickly, then I'm gonna go through each one with you to see what are the difficult words, or if there is something you don't understand. Okay, let's start with a model. A model, this is of course the girl's dream. So they want to be a model. This is, it could be for a male or a female. So a model here, this is a person who advertise, or we can say, for example, he puts on the designer clothes so for everybody else to see it. Of course, so he has to have some qualities in order to work at this job. So of course he has to be fashionable. What do I mean by fashionable here? That means he is always wearing the latest trends, or he follows fashion. He knows what's fashionable now. He knows different styles in the market and so on. Gorgeous, this means of course he has to be handsome, or she has to be beautiful. Industrious, here I know this is some kind, you didn't see this word a lot, but industrious mean hardworking. So he needs to be, or she needs to be, a hardworking person. So they need to be able to work extra hours or a lot of hours. Muscular here, this is I think for the men. So muscular, so he should have some muscles in order to have like an attractive body, so he can easily wear anything. Slender here, this is, can be for both women and men. So slender here means like slim. This means that he's not very skinny, but as much as he is not very fat. So he is slender, this means that he is slim, so his body is matching with his weight. So he's not very fat and he's not very thin. This is like a healthy body. For a sales, let's just first, before we move on to a salesperson, let's try to order them, in your opinion, in the for a model, which qualities are the most important. Okay, for me, of course, number one, he should be slender. Number two, we can say he should be muscular. And number three, he should be gorgeous. And then fashionable, I think maybe it will be 4 or 5. And industrial, this is very important, so we're gonna put it also at 4 inside, 4 or 5. So I'm just really not I didn't decide yet which one is more important, but you can decide and let me know. Okay, so we're gonna move on to a salesperson. A salesperson here, we have different qualities. So he needs to be clever. Clever here, I think you understand the meaning of clever. That means he needs to make good deals, or he needs to know how to attract customers. Charming, this means also charming. It is not usually related to being beautiful, but charming here, able to attract the customers in a charming way, or in an interacting way. And then knowledgeable here means he knows a lot about the product, and he knows a lot about the customer needs, and the customer, we can say, the customer needs, and the product he's selling, and is it, how can I use it, how can the customer use it, and is it important for him or not. Persuasive, of course, for a salesperson, he needs to be persuasive. So persuasive here means that he needs to be able to change people's mind. So it is very difficult to change someone's mind if you're a salesperson, but you need to know some tips and tricks to change this person's mind in order for him to choose your product other than any other products. Tough, this means that we can go with tough as he's not very aggressive person, but tough, this means that he can handle extra work, or he can handle rejection. This means that there are a lot of people are going to say to him no, but a tough person, this person, he's confident and he can handle rejection. So it's okay for people to say no to him. He's not very emotional person who's gonna cry if someone said no to him. He needs to understand that people can accept his product or don't accept his product. So we have here, let's just try to think about the priorities here, which number 1 is the most important, or until 5 the least important. Okay, for number one, I think he should be persuasive. This is the most important thing for a salesperson. He needs to be persuasive. So we're gonna put it here number one, just at least for my opinion. You can change that according to your opinion, of course. And number two, he has to be knowledgeable. And number three, he has to be clever. He knows how to get the customer. And number four, he has to be charming. So charming and clever, I think they are a little bit the same thing. And the last one, he needs to be tough. This is just my order. This order can change according to your opinion. A magazine. So for a magazine, in order to be successful, what kind of qualities do I need, or does the magazine need? So we have here affordable. Affordable here, this means that it is not very expensive. A lot of people can buy it, and just it's affordable. Attractive. Attractive, this means that maybe it talks about the things that people are interested in. Like for any magazine, if there is a magazine talks about fashion, for example, so it needs to be attractive. So the cover needs to have like a beautiful girl, or something fashionable for, or modeling for a dress, or saying some important things. If it's a magazine for singers and famous people and celebrities, they need to also be attractive. So they need to attract the customer in a way that it is interesting for them. Entertaining, of course, it's the same as attractive, and entertaining has the same meaning. Entertaining means to have to offer some articles that are entertaining for the customer or entertaining for their audience. So for example, if we are talking about a magazine for celebrities, so it needs to be entertaining. Like it can have some interesting articles about what's the latest thing that this person or the celebrity did, or it uses a language that is somehow friendly, but it is not very for low educated people. So it needs to focus on a lot of people, the entertainment. It needs to give you the news and the tracing that a lot of customer likes to hear about their celebrities. Informative, of course, it should give me some information. So I'm not just reading a magazine just for fun, but it should also give me some facts and information about any topic that I'm reading about, according, of course, to the magazine, what magazine I'm choosing. Well written, this means like we talked here. Well written, this means it is the language there, it is for educated people. I don't feel like it's below normal, or I feel like I'm reading something which is trashy. So it should be well written. So we're going to rank them. So for me, number one, for any magazine to be successful, the attractiveness. So in order for anyone to buy this magazine, the cover should be very attractive in order for him or for her to pick up that magazine. After the attractiveness comes, for me, well written. Number three, it should be informative, and of course number four, it should be affordable, and number five, it should be entertaining. So we have here, we are going to make a sentence of these qualities and the different people. So let's take a look at this example. I want you to do this also at home. So to make as many things for you, or according to the importance that we talked about, so you need to put them in examples. So you can say this for a model, a salesperson, or any other jobs. In the next slide, you will see any other jobs that you can make different sentences about. So here we have the example. For a model to be successful, he or she needs to be gorgeous. So we can make some other sentences about this, and let's try to practice on this other slide. Here are different words we discussed. I'm just gonna read them with you very quickly if you didn't get them in the first slide. So here we have industrious. Industrious here we said means it's hardworking. Slender means slim. Persuasive means able to change other people's opinion, and we said this is very important for a salesperson. Tough, this means strong or able to deal with different conditions. Entertaining, this is amusing or interesting. Informative, giving useful knowledge or ideas. This is again the different vocabularies that we discussed if you want to come back to them as a record. So we're gonna move on to the other slide.
Page
Here
82,
we
Exercise
have
9, Listening.
audio. We are
Radio
going to listen
commercials.
to a radio commercial.
Part A.
Commercial here means
Listen to
that
radio
things that
commercials for
involve,
3 different businesses.
or a commercial like an
What are 2
advertisement
special
that
features
you
of
can
each
watch
place?
on TV or you can listen
Maggie's.
to radio. So an advertisement usually talks about a new product that the
Oh,
company
Carol,
wants
what a
people to
great
buy.
suit!
So they make
It looks just like the one I
advertisement
saw in the
or you
latest
can
fashion
buy it.
magazine.
So what kind
Is
of
that,
advertisements or promotions we're going to
uh-huh,
listen to?
wow!
We have here,
But her clothes are so expensive.
we're going to
How
listen
can
to
you
radio
afford designer
commercials.
clothes?
It means that
And on
they're
our
going to be on
salary?
radio.
Hey,
They are going
did
to
you
have
get a
different
raise?
details
No way!
because they are
You
only
know I'd
related
tell
to
you if I
listening.
did.
So
Well,
of course, we are
there's
going to
something
focus
you're
on
not telling
everything,
me.
Okay, okay. Well, I found this really great store. They have all the latest fashions, not last year's stuff that's already out of style. And their prices are just unbelievable.
They must be. That's the second new outfit you've worn this week. Where is this place?
It's called Maggie's, and it's just around the corner. I'll take you there at lunchtime.
Don't wait for your lunch hour. Come to Maggie's now. We've got all the best designer fashions at the lowest prices, and we accept all major credit cards. Remember, if you don't see what you want in your closet, come check out ours.
So we're going here to focus on
Sports
3
Pro.
different commercials, and for the
Hey,
first
people,
time, I
what are you
want
going to
to
do this
write
summer?
the 2
A little
special
fishing?
features for
Camping?
each place.
Maybe finally learn how to play tennis instead of just watching it on TV? Yeah, I know how much you'd like to do these things. If only you had the right equipment. If only you knew what you were looking for when you walked into one of those big sporting goods stores. Well, here at Sports Pro, we want to help you, not confuse you. Our experienced salespeople are knowledgeable. They really know what they're talking about. So, feeling inspired? Good. Now, come on in. No excuses, because we're open every day. Sports Pro, we're here to help you have fun.
So we're gonna figure out. So we're going to listen for the first time.
Mexi-Grill.
I just want you to listen and write the 2 special features of each place.
Excuse me,
Want,
was that your stomach I just heard growling? Feeling hungry, right? Only you're not sure what you want? Well, close your eyes and picture this. A huge tortilla filled with sizzling pieces of chicken. Should you add fried onion and peppers? Or maybe crispy lettuce and tomato? Or guacamole and spicy salsa? Well, you know what? You can have any of these because we'll add any combination of fillings you want. In a hurry? No problem. We have lots of people waiting to serve you. And check out our low prices. Mexi-Grill. You won't find a cheaper, tastier meal anywhere.
Okay, I hope you wrote the different two special features for each place. So we're going to check them together. So for Maggie's, the two special features that we have, the first one is the lowest prices and the latest designs. So she has the latest designs or fashionable designs and with low price. So these are the most important two features. For Sports Pros, they have knowledgeable salespeople and it opens every day. For Maxi Grill, they have the fast service and low prices. So I want you to come back again and you can repeat the audio and go again and listen for the audio, or we can just listen to it again to answer this slogan or complete the slogan. If you completed it, okay. If you didn't complete it, listen again. Okay, if you heard the slogan, the first slogan, if you don't see what you want in your closet, come check out ours. So let's listen to Sports Pro. Okay, for the second slogan, we're here to help you have fun. The last one. Okay, and for the last slogan, you want to find a cheaper, tastier meal anywhere. So I hope you answered them. If you didn't, we already answered them together. So let's move on to the next slide. Okay, here we are going to talk about different companies' names and with their different slogans. So in order for any company to be successful, they need to have different things, like they need to be popular, of course, just like we discussed, and they need to have a logo. So for any company, so I need to have, like, for example, LG, like a lot of people know, it's for electronics. So they need to have a name. So this is the name, LG, and this part here is the logo. We call it logo, and this is a catchy word or phrase that we call it slogan. So I need to have three things in any company's name if I write it down. So again, a name, a logo, and a catchy slogan. This is could be a simple phrase or a simple sentence that when you hear this sentence you remember the company. So we have here, this is, it could be a shape, so we have here for LG, this is the L, and we have the G around it, so it looks like a face with one eye. And here we have the slogan is life is good. I just want you to take a look at the different names and companies here, and tell me which one do you think is the most interesting for you. Let's just check them all, and then we're gonna take a look at each one. Okay, we have here Visa. This is a company that makes the credit cards, so it is very popular. So as you can see, their slogan is it's everywhere you want to be. So because credit cards, people use it anywhere and everywhere, that's why it is a worldwide thing. So their slogan must be talking or gives you a message about what they are offering. So they are saying it's everywhere you want to be. Toyota, this is the logo, and the slogan is moving forward. And here, just do it, this is the slogan, and this is the logo, and this is for a sports company. It's called Nike. And we have here the most interesting one for me is Adidas, because the slogan is very interesting. Impossible is nothing, so I actually agree with this sentence very much. So impossible is nothing. This is something also a sports company that sells sports equipment, usually clothes and different kinds of sports equipment. So check them and let me know which one do you think is the most interesting for you, or which slogan you feel that it is actually gives the message of the company in a way. Let's move on. Here we're going to have something called the catchy slogans. I think you can hear one or more of them. Usually you can hear them in different companies. Catchy slogans, here catchy means that it is a slogan that is interesting and simple and that attracts a lot of customers. So we're going to match the slogans with the product type or company. Most of them you already know, or some of them you didn't know before, but let's just take a look at them and try to match them. So it's the real thing, the happiest place on earth, good to the last drop, and all the news that's fit to print. Just do it, but you can't just eat one, and you're in good hands. Reach out and touch someone. Alarmed you should be. Good. Built for the road ahead and have it your way. We have here the different product types. We have an amusement park, a soft drink, coffee, a daily newspaper, potato chips, sports clothing, fast food, automobiles, security systems, insurance, soup, and telephone service. So I'm just gonna give you some time to try to match them together, then I'm going to answer them with you. Okay, I hope you answered them, so let's check them together. So the first one, it's the real thing. This is gonna be B, a soft drink. So it is a real thing. Usually this is for a soft drink like Pepsi or Coca-Cola or any soft drink. Number 2, the happiest place on earth. So this is an amusement park. So this is Disney World, if you already heard of it before. And number 3, good to the last drop. This is usually for coffee, because a lot of people who like coffee, they like to drink it at the last drop. So this is related to coffee. All the news that fits to print. This is, as you can see, this one was easy. A daily newspaper. Just do it. Sports clothing, just like we said, it was Nike. We talked about it in the last slide. And number 6, pet you can't eat just one. This is for potato chips. Number 7, you're in good hands. So you're in good hands. This is usually for insurance. And reach out and touch someone. This is for to touch someone. This means you reach out. This means you call people to reach them out. So this is usually for telephone service. Alarmed, you should be. This is alarm, so comes from being alarm. There is an alarm at your house if you have your house alarmed. So alarmed. Here, security systems. And good, this is for soup. I know a lot of people thought of it, it's fast food, but it's for soup. Built for the road ahead, so something built for the road. This usually related to vehicles or cars, so automobiles. And the last one, have it your way. This is for fast food. Okay. All right. And let's move on to the next slide. This is gonna be just like we talked about here. We have here different kinds of jobs, and I need you to think about different qualities, or just like we discussed for these jobs, or for these people, in order to apply for this job, they should have some important qualities in order to apply for such a job. So we have here different jobs we can think from the pictures. So we have here, I think this is a businessman or some kind of manager, I'm not really sure. And here we have, this is a builder, and here we have a doctor, and here we have, I think this is a plumber, and this flight attendant, and this is maybe a gym instructor or yoga instructor. And here we have another doctor, so we can say this is a doctor, maybe this is a resident or a nurse according. And here we have an engineer or an architect. So I need you to think about what are the different adjectives for this. Let's just choose three of these jobs, and try to think about the different qualities, or order the qualities from number 1 to 3. We're just gonna leave them from number 1 to 3. This is also gonna be an assignment for you, extra to the one that we talked about. You're going to see another assignment at the end of the slide, but let's add this to it. And I want you to send me your answers on the WhatsApp group that we created together. So again, we're going to choose three jobs from here, and I want you to write 3 qualities, or the most important 3 qualities that you think that are eligible, or that you think that they are suitable for these jobs, and then send them on WhatsApp. The last slide. This is the assignment. So now we have 2 assignments as we talked about. This is the second assignment. So we are going here to take a look at these different pictures. Just take a look at them. So we have here, this is some kind of cleaner, and this is a electric car, and this is nachos, or you can call them potato chips or whatever, just like it's like Doritos. So it's like Doritos, we're gonna call them nachos. And here we have different sneakers. Okay, what I want from you in the assignment is I want you to try to invent a name for each product. So here we have 4 products. So I want you to invent a name, invent a logo, and think of a catchy slogan, just like we said. So you're going to invent a name for this product, a logo, like a picture. You can draw it on a paper and write it right next to its name, and under it the slogan, and you can send it to me on the WhatsApp group. So again, we're going to invent a name or create a name for each product, a name and the logo and the catchy slogan. And that's it for our session today. I hope you had fun, and see you at the next week, and I'm waiting for your answers on the WhatsApp group. Thank you very much and have a nice weekend.